had to go live because it's too much to say and editing. By the time I get done editing this video, sports betting or sports trading, I gotta do that. I gotta change up my vocabulary. But sports trading, and I get done with all my business, I get done working. By the time I get done with that, man, this video ain't gonna be out before like yesterday. I put the video out like 2 hours before the drive. By then, everybody was worked up thinking Shedeur was gonna go first and everything. But look, though, right? It's a lot of people on here that don't even understand the sport of football. They don't understand the NFL. They don't understand anything about what they're talking about. So the first thing they say is, "Oh, racist, 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 racist." Right? Now, some teams might be more prejudiced than others. When the Giants came up on the clock, I knew Shedeur didn't have a shot. See, that didn't, it wasn't supposed to rhyme like that. But I'm just saying, when the Giants came up on the clock, I knew Shedeur didn't have a shot because I knew the Giants, they don't like Shedeur's type. Let's say that. You might, oh, they had Tyrod Taylor and all. Listen, they'll have a guy like that and have him sit the bench. But when they want a guy to come in and start and be the guy, that's not who they want. They don't want a Tyrod Taylor. They'll let a Tyrod Taylor come in and sit the bench, but they won't let a, you know what I'm saying, person get in there and start and win the day. And they don't want that on their team. They don't want a quarterback, okay? So, and I understand, and y'all would know that I know this, and I actually follow the NFL. I actually report on the NFL. I actually, do journalism on the NFL. If you watch my video, go back and watch the cover photo. Go look at the cover photo on my live streaming catalog, and you'll see me talking about the Saquon Barkley situation, where the Giants let him walk. And I said, those guys are racist. So you would know that he wasn't going there. So when I seen y'all get your hopes up, I knew you guys don't pay attention to the sport. Okay, cool. When y'all got your hopes up about the Steelers, it was kind of like, the Steelers, that's not really their MO. They don't take, the Steelers don't take chances like that, especially on a position like quarterback in the first round. And I don't think they were going to do it here. That's just not their identity. But I do see them. That's a good place. Maybe in round 3, round 4, they would pump your brakes. Shedeur Sanders people. I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is a bad player, because I know how y'all get. Oh my God, he's saying Shedeur isn't better than Dart. I think Shedeur is better than Dart. Do I think that Dart is a better fit on the Giants? Yes. Dart could be a better fit on the Giants, and Shedeur could be a better player than Dart. I don't like Dart. I think Dart's a bonehead. I don't see what they see in Dart. I watched Dart throw 3-4 interceptions against Florida last season. It looked like it looked like he threw the game. But it's like this, all right? Shedeur Sanders needs to understand that just because his dad was in the league and his dad was able to be flashy and his dad was able to be this type of guy, his dad, first off, his dad played a different position, right? He's going to be playing quarterback in a whole other century. He's playing quarterback today where we have social media. You know what I'm saying? He has his own TV series. He has his own podcast. Teams are looking at this. He has his own brand. He's walking around with $200,000 chains on. That's some of these players' salary, right? So of course the team is going to take Cam Ward over Shedeur. You want to know why? They're going to take Cam Ward because Cam Ward, he's presenting a more humble. I'm a football player. This is all I got. I have to play football. Type of Shedeur is giving off a vibe where I don't have to play football. I don't have to be on your team. I don't have to get drafted. I'm like Brady. Saying you're like Brady right now, you haven't even been drafted. You're basically saying, I don't have to be drafted. I could be the last guy drafted. I could be the last guy in the door, and I could be the best guy through the door. Y'all have your whole team come through. I'm gonna be the last guy. I'm gonna show up late, and I'm still gonna be the guy. You see what I'm saying? So Brady came through. He was 6th round, right? Is Shedeur gonna be able to stomach going 6th round and coming to camp, having to beat out a starter, like all this hype is going to die down. This is probably the best thing for Shedeur right now with these NFL GMs, um, these NFL personnel, scouts, coaches. What they're doing to Shedeur is they're unaliving Shedeur's ego. So right now, Shedeur's having an ego death. His fans and supporters are having ego deaths. His father, Deion Sanders, is having an ego death, and they're gonna unalive Shedeur's ego before they let him into the league. Because Shedeur, if he would have won first round, he would be regular Shedeur. There wouldn't be. He's still saying it right now in the second round. He's still saying, what did he say yesterday after he didn't get chose? Oh, this is just adding fuel to the fire. What are you talking about? He said something like that, like, "Oh, this is adding fuel to the fire." Bro, what are you talking about? Is it still gonna be fuel to the fire if you get chosen Mr. Irrelevant, like Brock Purdy? Is it still gonna be fuel to the fire? Because this is how these teams are looking at it. We have Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. We have Tom Brady, sixth round. We have Heisman winner Lamar Jackson, 32nd overall pick. Watched every single team go by. Are you going to be able to stomach? You might have to be that player. That's what comes with the controversy of me already being rich. I'm already Shedeur. I'm son of Deion Sanders. I already got it. So you don't need to be drafted. You don't need the high draft round pick, right? You're obviously already rich. You're obviously already this dude. So when these people are saying, "Oh, it's racism," is this not as prejudice? It is, but at the same time, it's not because Cam Ward with number one, right? And now we have Shedeur, who's a good player, but his confidence in himself is turned into a cockiness. It looks like, and now it's putting a target on his back, and it's going to put a target on a team that drafts him back as well, from not only other teams but prejudiced fans. So if a team that has a prejudiced fan base that doesn't already like Shedeur drafts him, they're going to be at Shedeur too. You know what I'm saying slurs and all types of stuff at him. This is how these people are. But y'all want to live in La La Land and, oh, they should just draft him because it's cute and it's Deion Sanders. And if you don't draft him, it's racist because he better than Jackson Dart. No. But Jackson Dart is the better fit. That's like me saying, all right, you got this person that you don't like, you could go to work with, and you could work with this person, or do you want to go to work with this person that you do like, and that's your friend, and that you got common, you know what I'm saying, beliefs in common, hobbies with, everything y'all have in common. You could either choose the person that's kind of like your friend to work with, or the person that you don't like. Most people, 9 times out of 10 are going to choose the person that they like. Is it the best choice? Probably not. But they're still going to choose the person that they like. And they're going to watch as the house burns down with the person that they like. So they're going to let the house burn down with Jackson Dart, because I know Jackson Dart isn't good. He's not good. I watched him last season. He isn't good. He's not better than Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? And I know their stats kind of almost equal, and Shadeur's slightly better than him in some stats, but still, he's not Jackson Dart. He's not bad like that. This isn't a strong quarterback draft. But the thing is, Shadeur's making it worse for himself. Shedeur would have been a higher pick. He probably would have went to the Steelers if he would have kept his mouth shut. If he didn't come out with chains, maybe if he would have came out and showed him Deion and the rest of his family with their hands down, with their hands holding their hands together and praying or something like that, then maybe. Oh, why are you talking about humble, humble, humble? He doesn't have to be humble. He could just shit on everybody and say what he wants to say and wear $200,000 chains to other people's salary and walk around and say he's the best thing that ever happened since sliced bread. What are you talking about? That's like me going to a job interview and saying, man, I don't need this job. I don't know why y'all interviewing me, but if y'all hire me, I guess that's cool. Like, that sounds crazy. Like, that sounds crazy. If I don't need this job, they're gonna look at me like, what are you talking about? You don't need this job. All right, get the fuck out then. So Shedeur thought, because he was friends with Cam Ward, he was gonna be able to tell teams, man, I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. What? You're not choosing where you want to go, buddy. Don't you train with Brady? Don't you have the Brady mentality? You're always bringing up Brady. Well, Brady had to fight, claw his way through, cheat, do everything he had to do to get to where he's at today. And he's coming from the 6th round, Shedeur. He almost didn't get drafted. Brock Purdy is coming from Mr. Irrelevant, the last person drafted. Are you willing to take that spot? Get on the team. Beat this person. Beat that person. Come from 3rd string. Get the starting spot when you're called up. Get in the game. Lock in. All Madden. Go crazy right then and there. Are you willing to do that, Shedeur? Because these teams don't want to waste a pick on a guy that's going to come in. He's going to have all the media and everybody's watching him. He's going to have his own ESPN segment. And he's going to get out there and he's going to bullshit. He's going to shit his pants. Everybody looking like, what happened? Then, like, nobody wants, see, look, Shedeur, nobody wants what you did at Colorado last year. Then you had a lackluster pro day there saying, this is what the scouts are saying. It's not, I'm not an NFL scout. I'm just a journalist. I'm going off of what these people are saying, the professionals. They're saying that they think that you had a lackluster pro day. Then you went to the combine and you didn't even participate in the combine. You just talk shit with your hat turned to the side like you was in a 1990s hip-hop video. I don't know, like, Shedeur, I don't know what you think this is. This isn't a music video. All of these people, and I seen how y'all did Travis too. Travis got drafted and, like, dudes was in the back, cats were in the back, like, half clapping, yawning. That's supposed to be your man, 100 grand. But you got dudes in the back yawning and stuff. But when the Saints came up and got on the clock, they just got on the clock. They didn't even say your name. Travis paused the whole interview. Travis paused. He said, hold up. Travis said, wait a minute. He paused the whole interview and said, I'm trying to hear if my bro got selected. Because he knew that the Saints need a quarterback. See, Shedeur, what you do, Shedeur, you want to use people. So you want to use your father. Do you know who my dad is? You want to use Brady. I trained with Brady. You want to use Travis. Oh, Travis, he's a good player, but it's still me. You want to use Cam. You cannot use anybody anymore. You gotta walk on your own now. You gotta show that you're the quarterback that should have been picked 1st round, pick first, like you were saying. And you were projected. But the thing is, you bring too much drama. How do you have more coverage than the dude that's going #1? Shedeur had more coverage than the dude that's going #1. If I was Shedeur Sanders, I would say, I already got well-off media. Salute to them. Bucky, right? I already got my brother Bucky, who has a 300,000 subscriber page on YouTube. I don't need ESPN here. I don't need 100 people in the back. I don't need my own draft room. Put me in I'm already rich. I know I'm rich. Put me in a nice looking living room. Have me and my family together, and we just gonna thug it out. We're not gonna do all this other stuff because that's what they're expecting of me. And if I come out like this, I might get drafted in the first. But Shedeur's not thinking about it like that. Shedeur's thinking, man, a team should be lucky to have me. And you're a great player. The Shedeur team would be lucky to have you. But are you willing to get had by the team that they want to have? Maybe they want to have you in the 7th round. Maybe they want to have you sign on as a free agent and just put in the work because you already got money. Obviously, you got a Maybach, you got a jet, you got $200,000 chain. What else do you need? Just sign on to the team. We'll give you here $500,000. I know it's not shit to you. You ain't really starting anyways. We just asked you to beat out our quarterback. Now it's a problem. Oh, all right. Listen, I said this in the video yesterday. The round that Shedeur gets drafted in, the pick that Shedeur gets drafted in, isn't a testament to his skill level. It shouldn't affect his play style. It should, all of this stuff. I got a big arm. I'm this and that and third. It shouldn't affect all that stuff. You should get out there and produce. But the thing is, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I watched Shedeur play last year. Bet on multiple games, Colorado games. Shedeur is not the player that he thinks he is. He has a lot of people in his ear that are boosting him up, and his image that he portrayed on day 1 in the draft, it's not the image these people want to see. I know Shedeur's PR team is watching this. I know his people are watching this. Y'all need to get all them people out the background. Y'all need to find them somewhere to go because that's not what these GMs, that's not what these coaches want to see out of the Shedeur right now. They don't want to see 100 people behind him telling him what to do, telling him how to move with a $300,000 chain on. They don't want to see that from him right now. What they want to see is a certain level of focus. They don't want to see him on IG making videos. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. I'm finna get drafted, dog. I ain't even get drafted yet, but I'm finna get drafted, dog. And we know as FBA people, we like to dress a certain way. We like to be excited. And that's cool. But let the team draft you first. Don't you feel kind of dumb that you had all of this stuff laid out and you didn't even get drafted? And then they had to do Jackson Dart. See, what they did was they played on you, Shedeur. What they're going to do is they're going to play and use you for ratings, Shedeur. That's what these people not telling you that's around you. Because they don't mind. They go, I was on TV. You'd be surprised, Shedeur, how some of these people around you is thinking. I was on TV. I was on TV. I'm at the Shedeur draft party. Taking pictures. That's all it is. But you want to be such a celebrity that you're forgetting that at the end of the day, you have to be a football player. So you want to be the celebrity that got, y'all seen me on TV on ESPN? I was drafted first round, posted on my Instagram, posted on my Twitter. Like, that's how you thinking about it. I don't think the other players are thinking like that, Shedeur. I'm thinking some of these other players are thinking, man, I got something to prove. I got to go to work. It's time to go to work. Like, it's time to go to work, Shedeur. It's not time to take pictures and put on chains and be prissy. That's not the time. It's not a time for that, buddy. That's why your draft stock is right now, and nobody can save it but you, Shedeur. You have to change your image. You have to change up how you view things and how you speak to be an NFL quarterback. You haven't done that. You're still talking about fuel to the fire. Fuel to what fire? The starting quarterback you're gonna have to beat for a starting job? Because that's how it's going, Shedeur. It's not going to, you're going to a team, it's a trash man behind you, Tommy DeVito. It's a trash man behind, like, no, it's not no trash. The team that you're going to be going to is going to be a quarterback starting. And he's not going to be trying to give you the job. You're going to be in a situation like Michael Penix where you're going to have to work. You're going to have to work and prove to everybody that you should be there. And everybody's going to be arguing from day one. They were arguing with Atlanta GMs and scouts and the people that were on Michael Penix's side for him to get drafted by that organization. Those people were arguing that he shouldn't even be on the team. Are you going to be able to stomach that, Shedeur? Are you going to be able to stomach people that's on your own team saying, tis, 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 tis. We should have never drafted Shedeur ass. Look at him. First day of practice. They're not even giving you any room for air. What are you going to do? You're going to cry to daddy? What you going to say? They're fueling the fire. Like, all of the cheesy, corny stuff. I'm like Brady. All of that shit, nobody cares. We want to see the touchdowns. We want to see the yards, the first downs. We don't care about all of that extra corny stuff. And it's super corny when you're losing. It's disgustingly corny. And it doesn't fly in the NFL. I'm sorry. It doesn't. Nobody wants to see you be the backup quarterback pulling up with a whole entourage of people, Maybach, fleet of Maybachs. Like, nobody wants to see that, Shedeur. I'm sorry. What do you want to lie? These other guys, these other cats, they're going to lie to you. Shedeur, you're the best ever. They're going to glaze you. I'm not here for that, buddy. I told you yesterday. In my video. I said your draft stock. They looking at my video. How does he already? Shedeur's gonna go first. What is he? Why would he put that video out? He's a hater. You're a coon. So I'm a coon because I said Cam Ward was gonna go first. I said Cam Ward was gonna go first. I said Shedeur wasn't gonna go in the first round. Now I'm a coon. See, the real thing is, I'm not a coon. You guys are broke. You guys aren't slick. You guys lost your money. You had Shedeur going under 21.5. I mean, y'all had Shedeur going over 21.5. So y'all thought Shedeur was gonna go in the first round. You had Shedeur going over 21.5. Y'all probably put y'all life savings on that shit. Y'all put a whole bunch of money on that shit, and it didn't work out. It's all right. It didn't work out. Welcome to sports betting. Hey, welcome to sports betting. You got your ass kicked. Don't do it today because Shadeur's probably gonna fall out the second round. Shadeur's probably gonna fall out the third round. So don't do it today thinking you know something. This is all for entertainment. They're all in cahoots. So don't do it today. I know you did it yesterday and you said over 21.5. He's surely Shedeur gets drafted today. I'm sorry, buddy. Stop being such a fanboy. Honestly, go and look at those games last year and tell me, do you think Shedeur is going to be able to survive in the NFL like that? Do you think he's going to be able to listen? He has a whole. So they're saying, oh, don't let him. If he goes to New York, he's going to have the whole. The media is going to kill him. Listen, he already has a New York style media following him already. He has ESPN. He has his brother's 400,000 subscribers. Like, what else does he need? He already has a New York style media follow him. Then if he goes to a, when he gets drafted, they have the locals. So you add that in with the locals. It's and then he's prime time son. Like, bro, that's just it's too much attention. And then you're gonna start for our team. So every day your name's gonna be popping up. You're gonna start ESPN. Everybody's gonna be watching you, bro. Ain't no flying under the radar, nothing. If you're not good and you're to start, all right, let's look at a situation like this. Let's stop crying racism. Oh, they're hating. Everybody's hating, right? So look, right? It was a quarterback on the Tennessee Titans. I don't even remember this dude's name. He had a big name last year. He got a big name when he got drafted. When he got drafted, he had a big name. I don't even remember this guy's name no more. Shedeur, is this the life that you want? He lost so bad last year on the Tennessee Titans that I don't even remember his name. I think he wore number 8 or something. I think he sat a year and then they started him the next year. He's supposed to be the guy. He had one good game. We don't even remember this guy's name anymore. He's like literally a meme. He'd be on the floor crying. The Tennessee Titans quarterback from last year. Now we have Cam Ward. Shedeur, are you willing to go in and to start on a team and then play the whole season and do bad because you're probably going to do bad. You did bad last year. You're supposed to make the playoffs. You didn't make it. Um, and you didn't win the bowl game. But are you willing to get on one of these teams, do bad that first season, and then people are talking about we're gonna draft another quarterback? Like, bro, these people just watched you do so bad. They're like, man, we about to draft another quarterback. We not about to play. We got first pick in the draft. We about to draft another quarterback. We is trash. Are you willing to like Shedeur? Don't you know your career is pretty much over at that point? But it's not registering in Shedeur's brain. It's not registering in his brain because he already living an NFL player lifestyle. So he's already living he's living a wealthy NFL player lifestyle. That's like he's living a Pro Bowler's lifestyle. He's already living a Pro Bowler's lifestyle. So he's already living an All Pro lifestyle. He doesn't have to, you know what I'm saying? So these teams are looking and they're like, well, you already live an All Pro lifestyle. What's the point of us drafting you so high and giving you this money when we have a guy who comes from the trenches, who's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know them dogs that he's drooling for this shit. Like he's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's like a manic dog over here. Like he needs this shit. Like he's gonna go buy his mama a house, buy his dad a house. He's gonna go, you know what I'm saying? Put this money. Like he really needs the money. So Shedeur, shouldn't you be this type of person where you don't care about getting drafted? You just go undrafted. You're so good. You're like Brady, right? Shedeur, you're like Brady, right? All right, let's do the Brady. Let's actually give you the Brady story. We're gonna let you go all the way down to the 7th round, Mr. Irrelevant. We're gonna let you go undrafted, do free agency. You know what I'm saying? Because you're Shedeur, you get to make decisions. You're rich, and you get on our team. We're gonna sign you. We're gonna let you on the team. Then you just beat out our quarterbacks, and then you just beat these teams in the NFL. Like that's too much for him. It sounds like too much for him already, and it sounds like that's not really what he wants. And like I was saying earlier, I think I was saying earlier on the video I was making, Shedeur doesn't respect the story that Brady actually went through, the story of going from 6th round, claw, cheat, scrape his way up to the top. He doesn't really respect that. He doesn't really understand that, and it just shows with what he was doing on the first day of the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like Shador, I really wanted you to come out and switch it up on these people. You know what I'm saying? And you could do that for today, tonight at 7 p.m. Have everybody in the prayer circle. I'm telling you, Shedeur, this is what's going to get you drafted early. This is what's going to get you drafted. Have everybody in the prayer circle, humble down to make a statement like, man, yesterday really humbled me. I'm just trying to go to work for my team or something. Say something like that. You know, I feel like my cockiness has led me into the 2nd round. I probably could have been like acknowledge that you're kind of prissy and you're kind of, you know what I'm saying? Acknowledge that. Acknowledge that you're the coach's son. And get to that point where you just have a certain type of, gratitude for the position that you're in. It's not like, oh, you're humble, be humble. Like, it's not like that. Like, be a coon, bug dancer. I'm just saying, bro, humble down because you kind of is bug dancer. You're trying to get into these people league, right? If you were so rich, why you don't just make your own league? But that's a whole nother story because I don't like actual intellectualism. I just like to say words and be mad and be angry and call somebody racist. No, you're asking to be in these racist leagues. Same thing. These are the same people I be talking about when I'm saying these people be wanting to police. These people be wanting to police the police the police. Like, how does that work? But anyways, you're asking to be in these people league, so you should at least do what they want to do because that's part of the job, Shedeur. So you have to do your job now. You have to be a less controversial piece to your team because you're already controversial. You're already Deion Sanders' son, probably one of the most controversial and hated players ever. Probably like top 5 most hated players ever. He's probably top 5, top 10 most loved, but he's also most hated for good reason because he put belt to a lot of teams, right? So you have to understand that, Shedeur. You have to understand that a lot of people don't already like your father. So don't make it harder on yourself. You shouldn't. Y'all don't like my daddy, so I'm gonna make sure y'all extra don't like. Nah, bro. It's not gonna work like that. You're gonna have to come in and be the exact opposite of your father. Are you able to do that, Shedeur? No, you're not able to do that because you're in love with the glitz and the glamour and all this other stuff. I'm already like that. I'm legendary. No, you're legendary because of your name. You're not legendary for what Shedeur has done. What has Shedeur done? You've done nothing to the other. Look at the other NFL quarterbacks in the league. You've done nothing to compare to what the things that they done and the sacrifices that they made. You've done nothing. You come from from an NFL player, NFL Hall of Famer's home. You're a coach's son. You're prissy. You're spoiled, and you don't understand what these other players have sacrificed to get to the level that they're at, like Cam Ward. You have to humble down. Shedeur, you don't even understand the climate that you're in right now, buddy. You want to be a 1st round pick? Did you just see what the 1st round picks were doing last year? Did you just see? I think Bo Nix went 1st round, right? I think Caleb Williams went 1st round. I think Jaden mother freaking Daniels went second pick in a draft and came out there and was the second best team in his conference. He almost made it to the darn Super Bowl. Shedeur, listen. If you wanted to be a 1st round pick, Shedeur, you would have made it to the playoffs last year. These teams are not joking. They're not playing. It's not a smiley joke. It's not a $300,000 chain. It's not none of the things that you think it is. This is literally people livelihoods on the line. This is people livelihoods on the line. This is coming from somebody that bet the plus 300 on you when you went into TCU. Shedeur, I believe in you, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Salute to the divine retribution. long time supporter of the channel. We almost there. But Shedeur, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, the Giants are racist. Yes, I did a report on that. Yes, nobody probably cares. But I actually watch football. I actually follow the NFL. I actually know what's going on. So I know when the Giants came up and they traded up and everybody got happy and everybody was shaking. Oh my gosh, Shadeur's gonna get drafted. I said, damn, they not about to draft. They about to draft Jackson Dart. I already knew. And then come to find out, Shedeur, you went and told Brian DeBoer, Giants head coach, that you didn't want those guys to draft you. Shedeur, you told these people you didn't want them to draft you. Yeah, mind if I spark this up real quick? Shedeur, you told DeBoer, Giants DeBoer, don't draft me. Y'all didn't get along. You didn't like the situation. Shedeur, there's only like 3, 4 teams I could have drafted you in the first round anyway. So I don't know why your fans are so hyped and so mad anyways. So if you want the Steelers or the Raiders or somebody or whoever, the Saints or whatever, right? But I don't think they're gonna do it. But if you want one of these teams to draft you, Shedeur, do what I tell you to do. Humble up. It's not what you want to do. It's about what you have to do because you have a job to do. This is what regular people do, Shedeur. I know you don't understand, Shedeur, because you've been rich all your life. But this is what people do that are this is what middle class people do and working class people do. We humble up, we suck it up, and we shut the fuck up at work. When you become a public figure like this and you're in the NFL, you're at work when you're in the public eye. This is what these idiots aren't gonna tell you because they like all that stuff. They get aroused when grown ass men is getting aroused when you put a $300,000 chain on Shedeur. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they are. And they're arguing with people and calling people racist that are telling you the truth. Then I just dropped the video yesterday and I said you wasn't gonna get drafted in the first round and people looking around crazy and stuff like, what are you talking about? These people are saying that he's gonna go in the first top 3 picks and all this other shit. You going after Cam Ward and all that shit. That's all you wanted to do. Oh, I'm gonna go after Cam Ward. Just the thought of you thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go after Cam Ward. Like Cam Ward knew he was going first. He knew you wasn't getting picked first. He knew he was going first. That repulses some team. That makes some teams. What do you mean you're okay with being second? So that's how some of these GMs looked at it. Wow, he's okay with being second. You went to the Shedeur, you went to the combine, you cocked your hat to the side. This is how these Caucasians look at it. You cocked your hat to the side and you put on $200,000 worth of chains and you started around like you really did something last season and that teams knew who the F you were. Shedeur, you should have did every combine workout. You should have came up and you should have did, but you didn't do it. So now it's like, why you didn't do it? Damn, is it really that bad? So now they're looking at that Pro Bowl. I mean that Pro Day, the Pro Day at Colorado, where you absolutely sharded yourself. They said. So Shedeur, I'm confused as to why you think these people should draft you. Honestly, I'm telling you what you're gonna have to do right now, Shedeur. All these people that's making videos and all these people that's in the comments and they talking and all this stuff and they commenting, you're legendary, Shedeur. Shedeur, you're the best ever. They're gonna be gone when you're fourth on the depth chart, fighting and clawing your way up like Brady, because you're Brady, right? Fighting and clawing your way up. You don't like Brady when he first got to the league, Shedeur. You like Brady when he got all the rings on his hands, right? Everybody likes that, Brady. You like Brady when he came back and beat Atlanta. What is it, 28-3 in the third quarter? When he came back and beat Atlanta. That's the Brady that you like, Shedeur. You don't know Brady when you were a baby and you were being born. You don't know that Brady. When he was behind Drew Bledsoe and Bill Belichick was telling him to shut the fuck up. And they were telling him, go get our bags, Brady. Rookie hazing him. You don't like that Brady. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy that automatically has Super Bowls, Automatically, he's the guy. He's the starter. Everybody knows him. You know who my dad is? That's who you want to be, Shedeur. You don't want to be the blue collar grind guy, and that's what you have to be. And if you're not going to be that guy when you get drafted as a rookie, that means you're going to be Jaden Daniels esque because that's the type of money that they're paying for that pick. But it's not registering in Shedeur's brain because Shedeur doesn't have a sense of money. He doesn't have a sense of he doesn't understand how much all of this is valued at. Their first pick has value, Shedeur. It's not for you to come in there and experiment and oh, it's just the first season. You know what I'm saying? And you know, all the excuses. They don't have time for it. When they draft you at first round, whether a team says it or not, at quarterback, when they draft you in the first round, they want Jaden Daniels last season. That's what they want. Anything else to them, null and void. Null and void. They don't care. And I'm telling you the truth, Shedeur, because I think you have potential. And these other guys, they don't even watch football. They don't even they don't care about the NFL. They don't care about nothing. They're just doing it for views. They're gonna continue to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Raiders Patriots playoff controversy snow game. Exactly. That's what made Brady's career. That game is what made Brady's career. Shedeur isn't ready for the controversy. He isn't ready for all of that stuff. He just wants to get on a team and do decent, maybe have an above 500 team and skate past like he did last year at Colorado. Like it's not what you think, Shedeur. If you were going to get in the first round, they would be expecting Jaden Daniels esque type of play from the Commanders and what he did on the Commanders last season. Led them to an NFC championship and played against the defending champions. There's not much that you can say about the Commanders. But Shedeur thinks that this is a joke. He thinks this is like Bush League backyard football. He just wants to get picked up from a team. Shedeur, you might be the last one picked. You might be Mr. Irrelevant like Brock Purdy. Are you gonna? I'm gonna keep on asking the question because you know what your fanboys aren't doing, Shedeur? They're not telling you the truth. They just want to see you get drafted and they want to see you smile with your $300,000 house chain. And they just want to see Deion Sanders give you a hug and a kiss on the forehead. And they just want all that gushy stuff isn't going to cut it in the league. Nobody cares. Right, facts, Jason. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about all that gushy, mushy stuff. And it's not racist. Got dudes out here, Tyreek and Sheed. Are they hating on Shedeur? Like, dude, you don't even care about sports. None of these people even care about sports. They're just, oh, it's a story I could jump on. I'm the only person telling y'all the truth. Shedeur might not get drafted tonight. Then what? Is it over? No. Because the draft doesn't stinking freaking matter. Because it's dudes that get in that don't even get drafted that have great careers. It's dudes like Brock Purdy, last person drafted. It has to become the starter and become any given Sunday exactly. He has to turn up. So anybody, the last person drafted has to turn up. Everybody, the person that didn't even get drafted, the practice squad dude who begged for a spot on the practice squad, he has to turn up. But Shedeur doesn't have to turn up. Shedeur get to hop out his Maybach truck, float to the practice field, put his visor and his helmet on. You know Shedeur type of things. Put on my $150,000 watch while I'm practicing. Bucky over there taking pictures with ESPN. Like this, Shedeur. This not a movie. This not a freaking movie, Shedeur. This is real life. People life is on the line. My money on the line. People not playing. It's not a joke, Shedeur. Is you gonna come in and win these games or not? And you had a thing where it was like you kept on talking about being picked first and all this other man. Shut up, shut that shit up. Why you wouldn't get in the combine? You don't want to answer that. Why was your pro day lackluster? Why was your arm looking up to par? Why do you look out of shape? This is the type of questions they asking. They're not glazing you, Shedeur. Get away from all those people that was glazing you. Tell them go home and do what I told you, and watch you get drafted, and watch you don't get drafted if you don't do what I'm telling you right now. Shedeur needs to put out it because he's right now he's painting an image. He had the chain yesterday. All right, now let's paint the image that they want to see. Get in a circle with your family. Hold each other's hands. Y'all don't even gotta pray. Just put your heads down like you praying. Delete all those people that was in the background. I don't care if they was family, your cousin, June Bug, and Pookie and Ray Ray. Tell all of them, all right, man, it was good. I ain't get drafted. And tell them to go home. Do the scene with Shiloh and your brothers and all of that and your family, and y'all get together and y'all act like y'all praying because Shedeur just fell out the first round. And I bet you Shedeur get drafted by the Steelers. These teams is looking. It's a team that's watching you yesterday, Shedeur, and they're like, all right, we're not gonna drop. They didn't probably called all the teams because there's only like 6 teams that possibly won June. 3. They called the teams that possibly won June. Was like, man, we're gonna draft Shedeur, but we just not gonna draft him in the first round. We want to see how he reacts. Imagine that, Shedeur. We not gonna draft Shedeur in the second and third round. We just want to see how he reacts. So if y'all don't draft him, we'll give y'all this amount of money. Shedeur, I don't even think you thinking like that. See what I'm saying? This is how these people think. This is how they move. They moving steps ahead of you, Shedeur. Steps. It's not just racism. They didn't get them. That's racism. Like, bro, all right, the Giants are racist, but we shouldn't even have batted our eyes. We shouldn't even put our head up when we heard the Giants are on the clock. We should have just kept on like Shedeur. Y'all seen Shedeur? What was he doing? What was Shedeur doing when the Giants got on the clock? He kept on talking with Shiloh, and they were laughing and giggling and playing because Shedeur knew that the Giants were not going to take him. He knew his last shot at the first round was the Steelers. And then guess who ESPN started putting on the screen all of a sudden? Oh my God, out of left field, it's Jackson Dart, the White Hope. This is how these people do. That's the racist. That's the racism in it. Is it the fact that now we're gonna pan the camera from Shedeur, even though we all know he's falling out of the second round. Only people that don't know that he's falling out of the second round are glazing pro blacks that don't even understand what's going on and don't even watch football. And took the over 21.5 pick bet and lost all their money. We're gonna pan the camera to Jackson Dart now, and everybody's gonna watch him get drafted instead of Shedeur. Beavis and Butthead laugh. Right? That's how they do us. And Shedeur, you set yourself up for that. You put yourself in that trap. You put the target on your back. Who fault is that? Hmm? Who fault is that? They got these people out here talking. It's you haters. It's the haters. You hate. Ain't no NFL scout looking at people. Man, I hate Shedeur. No, bro. These people just want their team to be good. They want their locker room to be all right. You know what I'm saying? They want the coaches and the players to get it. Like, that's a thing. The coaches and the players have to get along. The Bowl and Sanders, it's been told that when they interviewed, Shedeur was kind of giving him a vibe like, don't draft me. And the Bowl was like, then who the fuck's gonna draft you, buddy? And he said, fuck you. And he drafted Jackson Dart. You gonna be mad at them for that? You gonna look at the racists and be like, wow, you really are racist. Like, black people have to stop doing that. We too long, we too far into our real struggle to really be looking at racists and being like, you really are racist. Like, that is 2025. We should already know what type of vibe they on. We should already know how they is. And like I don't know if I said it in this live stream or in the video I was making, but I'm just saying it again. There's teams that draft predominantly black. They draft predominantly black quarterbacks. And this team, just look through the history. It's teams that draft predominantly white quarterbacks. Giants. Eli Manning, Ole Miss. Jackson Dart, Ole Miss. Falcons, Michael Vick, Michael Penix Jr. Tennessee Titans, Steve McNair, Cam Ward. You see what I'm saying? It's teams that draft that don't mind because they have a certain type of fan base. Like it's teams that will draft. The Raiders might pick Shedeur up today. Like it's teams that might draft Shedeur because they have a black fan base and they don't have a much as racist fan base as everybody else. So they don't mind. Then there's other teams that would much rather have a white quarterback. It's that's just how it is. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. So I just want to say salute to everybody. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I just had to get on here, get that video out the way. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Divine, Jason, the VI crew. But I'm gonna be back on here later. I got some business to take care of with the sports trading. And people, please don't be surprised if Shedeur falls out the second and third round today. This is all performative. Shedeur wants something to put in his scrapbook of him getting drafted with his dad picture. But they're teaching Shedeur a great lesson right now. And yes, you do sometimes have to humble up. I know that's what nobody wants to hear because everybody wants to have this ego that supersedes everything, even their job. How is your ego superseding your job? How? You want to be a part of this job. How is your ego superseding your job that you're asking and begging and crying to work at? Y'all sound idiotic. But since it's Shedeur Sanders, he should have some type of special. No, that's not how it works in the real world. So they're teaching him a good lesson right now, and this isn't doing anything. Believe it or not, this is making Shedeur a better quarterback. Him seeing himself fall, to later rounds in the draft instead of being drafted early, thrown into the fire and told do this and that and third. It's not going to be pretty. Shedeur, your fans aren't going to like it. They're not going to be there. Your fans aren't going to be there first week in training camp when you're trying to fight for a starting spot. If you're trying to fight, because I don't even think you're going to fight. You're just going to be happy with being drafted. And you're going to make up some excuse of why you're not starting. But listen, these people aren't watching football. They don't care about the NFL. They don't care about sports. They don't even report on sports. It's just a story to them. So of course they're gonna come to your aid and glaze and say, "Oh man, it's racism." None of the Giants are racist. They were gonna choose them anyway. The Steelers, they're probably playing a game with Shedeur to see how he reacts. Shedeur, you didn't react how they wanted you to react. Talking about fuel to the fire. Everybody's gonna regret what? Okay, regret what? All right, beat out our starting quarterback. Have a better preseason than him. Like we're gonna see Shedeur. It's coming up real soon. You know what I'm saying? Go do if you don't want to do the praying video, go do a video with you throwing them and working out. Go do a workout video. But just get all those people from around you. Stop making Instagram reels, TikToks or whatever. Um, just stop all of the BS. Go out there, show these people that you got some wherewithal and you could sit down and you could have a normal, peaceful draft day without all of the extra music and all of the extra BS and the big teeth and all that shit. Because don't nobody care about that shit. They actually don't like it. They don't like it. This is what they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, oh, I don't like it. I'm Sambo. I'm a toe tapper. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm just saying that this is what they don't like, obviously. This is what they don't like. They fan base, when you get there, the fan base is going to like you. That's not racist and all that. No, it's normal for teams to draft a player, literally first rounders, then got drafted, whole Hall of Famers, then got drafted, and people were booing. But it's going to be a little extra for you because they don't like your daddy and they damn sure don't like you. So I'm just telling you the truth, Shedeur. I'm not one of these people that's glazing you. Like these other content creators, they not gonna tell you the truth. They just gonna tell you what they want to hear and what you want to hear to make themselves feel good and make them feel like they was right. No, no. You know what I'm saying? This is what it really is, man. It's not a joke. It's not a game, dog. These people want their money's worth. When they draft you in the first round now, Jaden Daniels ruined it for y'all ninjas. You see, Cam, why no quarterbacks are going in the first round? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Cam Ward ruined it. He ruined it for you ninjas. We not drafting no QB. I mean, Jaden Daniels ruined it for you ninjas. We not drafting no QB if he ain't gonna be Jaden Daniels in the first round. We ain't gonna do it. We's not going. That's what the team said. They said we not doing that shit. If he ain't gonna be Jaden Daniels in the first round, why the fuck would we pay him that much money and draft him in the first round and waste our pick when we could get this dude, that dude? We could get this lineman that we really need. We really don't have linemen. And I know that nobody cares about linemen and players that they don't know and stuff like that. It's all right. You're not supposed to care about them players. Them be the same players that people be winning Super Bowls with. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, I know it's not the popular take, but it's the realest one. Salute y'all. Peace and blessings.